Never give up. It's probably one of the most cliché phrases you will hear as you are building your career. But there is a reason these sayings are cliché. You never know when success really does lie around the corner. We now believing that it's easier said than done, so we collected following stories of famous celebrities who definitely never gave up. Some lived in their car, others suffered family abuse, and almost all encountered rejection after rejection, professionally and personally, before finally landing a foot in a door. Listen to the stories of famous people on the waves of Rick's FM. We expect comedians to be happy all the time. If we were to bump into them, our reflex could be, "Hey, tell us joke." But reality is that they are human beings too. And just like us, regular people, they are victims of sadness, perhaps even more so because they see the world in another way we don't. Almost of them have gone through the struggles we go through every day, and just because they became stars, they do not have a brilliant life, as Jim Carrey's life teaches us perfectly. Jim Carrey was an undiagnosed dyslexic, had to struggle a lot in school. He wasn't popular in school, he didn't have any friends, and used to be quiet. Being a dyslexic meant that he would not make a lot of friends. Add to it the fact that he was poor. Like a true child, he didn't want other children to want about his poverty, lest they isolate them even more. But he knew he could make people laugh. He also found that this ability is useful in making friends. When his mother was sick in bed, he would do his brand of funny impressions and throw himself down the stairs just to make her laugh. He used his talent in stand-up comedy and started performing at the tender age of 15. His father used to be a good support. He encouraged Jim Carrey's comic bone, but his mother didn't. She would get nervous when he would go all Jim Carrey and when she would send him to his room where he would practice some more. He worked really hard to help his family earn. He worked 8-hour shift at a factory after his schooling. His family was dirt poor and he supplemented his family income by working in a nearby factory. He used to be so tired that he couldn't make any sense of what was being taught, and hence he left school when he was just 16. His family realized that things would not get better in the USA, so they moved to Canada. You can imagine the hardship he faced. He was poor, thought he was dumb, didn't have a normal childhood, and was lonely without any relationship, but he didn't give up. He tried harder than the others. He used to drive a quiet place and visualize that the best directors would want to work with him. He visualized that he would be a wanted comedy star. He would remain positive and tell himself that the good things are out there. He just hasn't figured out the way to that place. Movie offers are out there for me, I just don't hear them yet. He also understood that he needed to work hard because just visualization is not work. He gave himself a post-dated check for $10 million, and in 1995 he cashed it after he made Dumb and Dumber. He got the big break with Dumb and Dumber and eventually became the face of comedy in Hollywood. He at one point became the highest paid actor too, demanding over $20 million per film. And he didn't just become a popular actor, he amassed critical acclaim as a serious actor for his roles The Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. But success didn't bring him happiness and peace, as he struggled with depression that started in his childhood. For a long time he was dependent on Procaine, an antidepressant medication, to deal with it. As he became aware that he could get hooked onto them, he stopped taking them and approached the problem with spiritually. Although he seems like he's on meth and cocaine all the time, he has never taken alcohol or drug. So if you thought that funny people are happy all the time, Jim Carrey is a stark example of how he developed a sense of humor to get himself out of depression. He made people laugh to get them out of sadness, and he didn't give up when he was poor and worked a job when he should have been studying. Jim Carrey is a classic example of rags to rich story and the story of all our lives, that life doesn't get better after we get successful. We have to keep working on it. So if you are depressed about your life and it's not going your way, visualize and work hard to get out of it. You may be at a really bad place, but there is no bad situation you can't get yourself out. But there is no bad situations that you can't get yourself out of it. You work hard and believe.